Hello everyone, Marshall 660 today.
With, yeah, a person called FnafChica.
And
And
King
we have,
Excalibur.
okay, yeah, I was gonna say we have a special guest, Excalibur. We gather here today to rant on someone special to rant on today. I hinted
This
her in my,
idiot has been giving me a lawsuit threat for apparently my third name.
yeah,
Like,
I hinted her in a short video, which might or may not be released before this, I don't know.
I've given my own hints.
And yeah, today we're here. I gathered the two people she hates the most. And
Yes, Gina.
I gathered some good screenshots going on.
Think we gotta get them screenshots.
So
So,
just,
the first things that she said to you guys were, and I quote, that FNAF Chica 45 stole her picture, maybe an OC, and that FNAF Chica 45 basically copied her name. Here's how I feel about that. I feel that if you're, basically cautious to give the artist like a heads up that you're going to use the art and they let you or they give you permission, whatever, then it's fine. As for the name, as long as you're not impersonating somebody, I feel that it doesn't matter what your name is. Just don't impersonate or try to be somebody that you're not and try to be them. As long as you're not doing that, I think you can have whatever name you want. Because much like how Power Cynical fans make spin-off names of his name, you don't see him complaining because they're not trying to impersonate him. And the scumbags who do get in trouble. So my point is, she shouldn't complain, or Gina shouldn't complain about using the same name if 45 is not even trying to impersonate her, which she's not. She has never done such a thing.
I'm sorry, I need to take this argument a bit further. Not only is it for username, apparently it's for real life too. Literally, like some like weeks ago or like a month ago, I decided to reveal my third name, my real one. And she threatened for a fucking law for that, which is just what the fuck anymore. You can't just give a lawsuit threat for someone who just has the same name.
she won't do it.
That's just fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, you know how, and I'll just say this generally, like, you know how there are some common baby names, like, let's say David, Michael, James, whatever. Just because people have the same name as you don't see them complaining, like, oh, he has the same first name or same middle or
Yeah, I've
last
seen
name.
so many
At
people
any
with my same
point,
first
it
name.
does not matter.
I've seen a lot of
You
people with my
cannot
same first
own
name, and yeah,
My point is you can't own the right to a name because it's not your right. They have a right to be an individual and have their own name, whatever it may be, and you do not own the right to tell people what they can and can't name themselves.
I want to go into a point that Jane's been on my back for quite a long time. The point that all I do is play Team Fortress 2.
Oh yes, let me back you up on that point because I remember people saying that about you. I
Go ahead.
personally, and I will vouch for Marshall right here and right now. He does a lot of chores. He showers a lot. He has school. He can only play TF2 when he has time. Like, it's very hard for him to have time to play TF2 because, like, 5 out of 7 days he's at school. And even after school, he has a lot of work and a strict family. So, really, I think it's very hard for him to be playing TF2 all the time. And second, I want to say that on the weekends, I think it's quite all right for him to spend all day playing TF2. I mean, what kid doesn't spend their weekend playing a video game? I mean, we're kids. What do you expect us to be? Adults when we're teenagers or little kids? If you are a kid, the purpose of having a childhood is to enjoy it. And if you can't, or you have this standard where you're saying that you're not allowed to enjoy your childhood, and that you should be working your entire life, then I don't understand like why you would think this, because childhood again is for enjoyment, not working your ass off. That is what being an adult is.
Exactly. And like exactly like he said, I have to spend time at school, and when I get home, full hour of that time that I have to do my work and study my butt off. And then I have a limited time to play because I know that's not childish when I say this, I have a bedtime. I have to go to bed at a certain time because I have school the next day, and I'm not going to stay up all night because I have to wake up at 6:30 in the morning to get up and get ready for school. And I only have to like 7 something. So not even an
And
hour
plus,
necessarily
not to cut Marshall
to get
off,
ready.
but like my point is that it's none of Gina's business. She is a child herself. She should know that that this is none of her business. His personal life that he does on his own time is absolutely not of any of her business, and that she has no right to be standing there saying that Marshall and 45 can't enjoy their childhoods because she simply thinks that life revolves around just working 100% and not enjoying your childhood. She kind of has this concept that there is no such thing as childhood, there's only working. But again, childhood. You're supposed
Yeah,
to
I'm
enjoy
going
it
to
and
be
have
children
fun.
studies.
And if you expect people to not enjoy their childhood, I don't know what you're thinking. I really don't. Now, if you look, Marshall is literally scrolling down. You can see that, they were getting harassed on Skype by Gina, who was again, calling 45 out for having a similar name or, the same name as, as Gina.
I want to know
And
if PewDiePie can't get away with saying the N word, neither can you, by the way, Gina.
hmm,
Proof right there. We have literal visual evidence. You saw it right here.
exactly.
No Photoshop. This is pure Skype.
And, and like I say in my, or I said in my PewDiePie video, the N word is subjective to who likes it and who doesn't. And basically, what it comes down to is basically either it's all good or it's all fine to use or it's not. And again, it's subjective to who likes it and who doesn't. But the point is you shouldn't use it liberally and all the time and give the excuse that you're basically just saying it to be funny or give some sort of excuse like a lot of people do, which says like just because they're a certain race or they said it as a joke, that's okay. When people generally say you're being racist if you're using the N word, but then they let people get away with it just because they're either black or African American, or because they said it as a quote unquote joke. But it doesn't matter because if something is racist, it's just racist. That is just end of story.
Indeed. Here's a little bit more proof of the TF2 incident. So here they say all you do is play TF2. You don't even know. Keep in mind, this Abby person doesn't know who I am. She got all of her info from Gina, and she's assuming all I do is play TF2. And obviously we just explained this, so I'm not gonna get much into detail. I don't play TF2. Like, and you guys even see in video, I've been Roblox, Gmod. I don't just play TF2, and if I did, I'm not a 100% TF2 channel. I might do some TF2 here and there on this channel, but it's just because I like the game. Like, you have no rights to tell me what I can and cannot play. It's my favorite game. It's a big deal. Pretty sure even Ace
And
said
I
it the other
love
day.
and I love how this other person, what's her name? A Bix or whatever, I can't really see it. Or Abby, yeah.
Abby.
But I mean, it is a small text, so I can't really read it from where I'm seeing it. But basically, why is Abby being such a suck up? Like, literally, all she's doing is saying, "Why did you copy, Gina's name?" FnafChica45, and it's like, again, a name is not just yours. So the fact that Abby sucks up to Gina without actually analyzing the entire situation before saying anything shows that she completely just on her high horse and didn't think before she spoke.
Pretty good point. I would say, kind of mention right here. Okay, well, how about that $50? So what happened? And Gina's been on my back about this for like ages and ages now since we broke up. So she gave me a $50 Steam card, and she obviously did it for me to do what I want with the $50. Since I spent a lot of it on TF2, which keep in mind, she never mentions the fact that I spent that money, like at least $9. I know $9 isn't much, but that means I spent 48 something on TF2, but I spent like $9 at least on Gmod. So you can't just say I spent all of it on TF2, which I know I spent the rest of my money on TF2, buying hats and keys and that good stuff.
A little bit of an inquiry, Marshall. Was it a gift?
Yes, indeed it was, actually.
So why is she saying that you're not allowed to spend it if she gifted it to you for the sole purpose of you to spend it? That is fucking retarded. She should not be on your back like that if it was a gift. A gift is something you give somebody out of the kindness of your heart. And if you apparently are out, like, and I'm going to say this from personal experience, if you then go ahead and then turn around and say that now he owes you for a gift you gave her, then you are such a piece of shit. I'm sorry. That just sets me off. That pisses me off legitimately.
Like I will I will give her the benefit that she did not say I owe her back, but I still think it's pretty stupid of you to be on my back about this.
I mean, I will actually kind of say on my own accord that I feel like she's heavily implying that that you owe her. Because from what I've seen while you're scrolling down, to me, in my opinion, personally, I feel that she's heavily implying that you owe her for a gift that she gave out of the kindness of her heart, which is retarded.
And she even knows I was very thankful for that $50 Steam card she was able to give me. I was super thankful, and
you can see that she's kind of treating you like you're ungrateful in the chat, and that's douchebaggery at its worst.
Like I don't have the whole thing, but she complained about it, and I said, like, I spent it on what I want. And she said, I spent almost $200 on you. No, you didn't even spend $100. That was $50. Only $50. The rest of that money, I don't know how much you had after, but that was $50. You didn't spend nor near 200.
So now she's saying that she spent a lot more money on you than she actually did. She is lying out of her ass. She literally admitted to giving you a $50 card, and now she's saying she basically spent $200 on you. That is bullshit. No, she didn't. She's obviously counting her own argument and basically showing she's a hypocrite.
This Abby person is lying out of her ass because, again, being a suck up. With the responses being, so you copied her on purpose, plus your name is FnafChica, not Emo Wolf.
No, Josh is in this hangout, keep in mind, but all he does is go role-playing around with Gina. And, like, this crap, obviously, Josh T Gamer, whatever, also being a complete suck-up to Gina. She basically gets her little minions. Keep in mind, like, half of this is before the whole Samantha getting added in. So, like, half of this is before Samantha gets added in, and it's just me and them trying to tell me, oh, send me FnafChica's or Samantha's contact. And I'm like, no, she doesn't want me to do it. I'm not going to do it. They still, kept trying to ask me, even though I literally told them, no, my friend doesn't want to do it. I'm not going to send someone to let you guys talk to her. She doesn't want to talk to you. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that kind of person. And I literally, here's the proof. I'm talking to Samantha right now. She doesn't want to talk. So I, of course, okay, what if you bet, you know, like, I tried talking to her. I literally say, guys, Samantha doesn't want to talk. Okay, just leave her alone. But they still continue to try
So
to bribe
basically,
me.
they legitimately harassed her after you had told them clearly, and he highlighted it too, that he said that Gina, well, that, no, not Gina, 45 didn't want to talk. So that is literal harassment.
Yeah, because they actually, even though I told them I don't want that, she doesn't want to be really talk. Cause I heard it like from her. Cause me and Samantha were just calling. We've been calling for a while now. After I ended a call with Excalibur earlier this morning, I've been calling Samantha, and like she literally told me that I don't want to call. I don't really want to talk to them. So I'm like, okay, I'll tell them that, and I told them that, obvious, and they didn't want to do it. And like Samantha can testify that she told me she doesn't want to talk. Like she literally told me that, and just I could like voice to voice told me in a Hangouts call. Shit them.
So, any other further points?
She can't. She apparently thinks that a dead game is better than TF2, which is a complete opinion.
Yeah,
I know, but
it is
keep in mind,
completely subjective, and opinions are very subjective as well.
like she got. But I noticed when I said, like I said my opinion on Five Nights at Freddy's, she went in. Can't find any more. Scroll off. Bullcrap. She went in all caps saying FNAF is awesome. Like somewhere along those lines, like FNAF is better. I'm trying to find it. That's just more about that $50 thing that she's been.
I mean, if
Oh my
she's
God.
really going on a tirade, in all caps, and has to rage at you because you simply have an opinion which is subjective, saying that you disagree that FNAF, is basically relevant anymore, or it's a fun game, then she's childish and acting immature.
Like, here's the thing. She always she's on my back.
And if it is true that she raged that hard at an opinion, then she definitely indeed needs to grow up.
And I've even called her a lot. She calls me out for sitting on my butt playing Team Fortress 2 when I've seen her a lot, and I mean a lot, just sitting there doing Source Film Maker a lot, making her little FNAF pictures away, and she's on my back about playing Team Fortress.
What a hypocrite.
I know, right? You can't really be on my back. I've seen you a lot of times on Source Filmmaker. And if you weren't on Source Filmmaker, you were on something else, like, I don't know, walking. I can't remember what game she was on. I can probably find her Steam account and even show. Like, let's just, yeah, while we're at it, let's just go
Yeah,
ahead and
let's
have
show those.
games. Let me just find her profile. Let me find her boyfriend first, because I know at one point that we had a smooth, cool conversation.
And I know that a lot of people disagree with, quote unquote, leaking DMs, but I think it comes down, and a lot of big YouTubers have said this, but it comes down to defending yourself. If you need to leak DMs to defend yourself, then obviously, then it's a necessity. But if you just leak DMs to leak DMs, then you're pretty much a scummy person. But in this case, we're defending ourselves, so it's very necessary because she is trying to further a point that she has yet to prove, and we have DMs which can prove these huge accusations and basically prove them wrong. So
Like, I
that's why
can't
I
show
wanted
any
to show
Steam
them.
games because
Oh,
she did
can't
unadd me. But we can look at her games, is my thing. And so I think we can look at her games and
see how many hours she's been
possibly,
playing SFM.
and maybe some of her other games while we're at it. Let me just find her. If If I can't find her on her boyfriend's profile, I can gladly look through Game Master. Game Master added still. This guy's cool, by the way. Game Master is still cool with me. See, I don't even know her name currently. I gotta.
But even if we don't like show like any of the conversations or the hours that she's been playing this or that, it's still a very valid point that we're making that she is saying a lot of stuff out of her ass and not proving it.
Sure.
So far, we have shown evidence of DMs supporting our claims, and she has yet to even put up one piece of evidence to support hers. So she should not talk shit at all.
I'm gonna find it. She did have me unadded, so it's gonna be a little bit hard to find her. Wait a second, I remember now. I'm still following her account. I used to have to follow her. Let's see. Emo Wolf, here we go. This is her account. As you can see, we're even right here. Proof. Euro game times. Left 4 Dead. 35.4 hours.
Wait, can you screen share it or no?
Hold on, let me screen share real quick. Without screen sharing. Okay, guys. Here we go. In the past.
Here we are.
Here we go, right here.
She's played Left 4 Dead 36 hours. She has been playing Source Filmmaker
1,199 hours.
So really, she shouldn't say anything. She literally has said more hours on SFM than Marshall has even racked up in like at any point. Like he isn't even close to there, and she has over 1,100 hours.
Look at that, 1,199. Wait, no, I might have more actually.
But even still, even if he does have something close to what Gina has, she still has played either as much as he has played TF2, but she has played more Source Filmmaker.
In my head, I'm doing the math right now, adding these other hours up, and it would appear she has more hours, a lot of hours.
She has way more hours in total playing games than you could ever actually rack up.
And I'll
yourself.
give her the benefit of the doubt here. I'll add my Gmod hours as well, which I don't even think adding Gmod hours I've done because I do have 91 hours.
But the point I'm making is whether you reach the same amount of hours or not, she can't talk because she has way more hours than you.
Exactly.
Or equal. But here's my point. It's like you can't sit there and be on your high horse like that.
Dude. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and show one more. I'm gonna do one more round, showing all the screenshots I've gathered throughout the time of this conversation. Here we have one. Not too much to this. Coming! Guys, I'm gonna have to end this video off here. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Subscribe to them. Peace out.